The small captain of the Holy Knights, Charlotta, is a charge character that is equipped with rushdown attacks, demon flip, and safe chip pressure. Even though Charlotta does not have a projectile, she has fast movement options that forces the opponent to respect her space control. She also has high-low mix-ups, a command grab, and plus moves to extend her pressure. If you like all-in aggression and fast movement, Charlotta is the character to pick up. Charlotta's unique action is Koenig's Shield. Standing View brings out a barrier that has 6 startup frames. This barrier parries all move properties except for throws and supers. The barrier will always last for 18 frames and only reduces damage by 50%. If Charlotta is low on health, she will die if she attempts to go for the parry. Against projectiles, Charlotta can nullify the multi-hit properties of moves. This will still count as a block, so ultimate skills still refund 12.5% meter. Against far normals or specials, Charlotta will go for a parry that staggers the opponent but deals no damage. This stagger leaves Charlotta +6 and helps her challenge pressure and steal her turn. In close proximity, Charlotta will go into a follow-up attack that forces a hard knockdown, side swaps, and deals 1600 damage. The space between Charlotta and the opponent will differ between a grounded and airborne parry. Against grounded opponents, Charlotta can use Charge Force 6 Light to close the gap and mediate with close normals, or use 2-2 Heavy upon landing and go into the light follow-up for a safe jump that also leaves her plus on block. Against airborne opponents, Charlotta can forward jump and land with Jump Heavy for a safe jump. While this parry is distance-based, this is still a decent tool that can be used as an anti-air, side swap with the opponent when cornered, and stagger far normal pressure. Charge 2-8, Holy Ladder, is an anti-air and DP tool that first sends Charlotta in the air and ends in a downward strike. The light version comes out the fastest at 6 frames, does not have iframes, and ends in a decent knockdown that leaves Charlotta +21 at the very least. From high heights in the corner, only the first hit will connect, which gives time for Charlotta to either go for a safe jump or meet 2-2 special. The medium version is invulnerable frames 1 through 10, comes out at 9 frames, but is also not air unblockable. This is one of Charlotta's reversals that has a weaker knockdown compared to the light version. The heavy version comes out the slowest but deals more damage, has more iframes, and is air unblockable. This is a more reliable anti-air tool and higher damaging reversal. The ultimate version is Charlotta's fastest invincible reversal at 8 frames, is also air unblockable, and can even be comboed off of on airborne opponents in the corner. Charlotta can follow up with either far medium, close medium, or close heavy. Charge Force 6 Shining Onslaught is a dash attack that has a single hitbox that remains active until coming into contact with the opponent. While all versions of this move are minus on block, Charlotta will be pushed away from close normals, which generally resets neutral. This special acts as a gap closer, corner combo tool, and safe on block chip damage ender. The light version travels half screen, -2 on block, and travels the slowest of all the versions. On block, Charlotta will be in position for her far light to connect, which is her fastest normal to use to check the opponent's matchup knowledge. Using this version to end combos on grounded opponents will leave them standing. You can then start your pressure again with far light. The medium version travels 3/4 of the screen, -10 on block, and has faster travel speed than the light version. On block, Charlotta will move 1.5 backdashes away from the opponent, but is still punishable to a dash light. This is a risky tool to use to gap close, and is better for ending combos for the knockdown. The heavy version travels the same distance as the medium version, comes out just as fast as the light version, -6 on block, and wall bounces the opponent in the corner. This is a safe on block gap closer that can be used for forward checks. If used for a combo, you can confirm into either close medium or close heavy. The ultimate version comes out just as fast as the light and heavy version, -4 on block, and goes into a follow-up rising slash. From mid-screen, this special forces a hard knockdown and gives Charlotta time to run up and still go for a meaty. In the corner, Charlotta can combo with her close normals or follow up into another ultimate special to cash out on her meter and deal massive damage. 2-4, Sword of Lumiel is a multi-hitting slash attack that is used for safe on block chip damage, comboing, and extending pressure. The light version comes out fast at 7 frames, is -2 on block, and has 3 hits. This version is mainly used to safely end block strings and force RPS situations with DP or far light. The medium version comes out slower at 18 frames, but is +1 on block. Even if this version is plus on block, Charlotta will be pushed out of range of close normals but can still pressure with far light. It is also possible to extend combos on crouching opponents with far light. The heavy version comes out at 13 frames, is +4 on block, and used to either combo the opponent from anywhere on the screen or extend her pressure. When used on a standing opponent on hit, combo into far medium and use either Raging Chain or Charge Force 6 specials. The ultimate version deals massive chip damage, is +4 on block, and goes into a cinematic on hit, which ends in a hard knockdown. This is a niche tool that has its uses for extending pressure and granting better Oki mid-screen. Tutu, Noble Strategy, is a command hop that travels at varying distances and has 4 follow-up attacks. The properties of the follow-up attacks are dependent on the normal used to initiate Noble Strategy. Charlotta can use this special after block normals to mix up the opponent, air tech in the corner for safe jump pressure, and close the gap to punish laggy moves. It is also important to note that if Charlotta swaps sides with the opponent, the light, medium, and heavy follow-ups will still attack in the initial direction and won't autocorrect. The low follow-up will autocorrect. The light version has the highest jump height but travels the least distance. This version can cross up at point blank range. The medium version travels around mid-screen, jumps at a lower height than the light version, and a more reliable hop for maintaining plus frames with the light follow-up. The heavy version follows the same trajectory and distance as the medium version, but is slightly faster and has better follow-ups for comboing. The ultimate version does not grant Charlotta access to the follow-up attacks. Instead, the move starts with an initial hit on the jump, goes into the light follow-up, and ends with a low ender. You can combo into this move off of close hits and confirm off the low slash from anywhere. We will now go over the follow-ups. Without pressing any button, Charlotta will automatically go into Wish Sure Strike upon landing. This is a low speed that can be used to catch opponents standing to block the light or medium follow-up, or as a meaty which leaves Charlotta plus on block. Off of Tutu Heavy, Charlotta can combo off this attack in the corner with close medium. Pressing light goes into with Flying Nobility. Charlotta will go for a dive attack that is +1 on block at the very least. If the move hits crouching opponents or late, Charlotta will be more advantageous on block. This is a solid pressure reset tool that can be used against block-heavy opponents to maintain pressure, or for safe jumps in the corner with air techs. Pressing medium goes into with Purest Bravery. Charlotta will briefly halt her falling momentum before performing a fast overhead attack. The recovery of this follow-up increases the higher up it hits. This means taller characters have an easier time punishing this overhead. This is Charlotta's conditioning tool to get the opponent to start blocking high, which will help her land the low or command grab. Pressing heavy goes into with Sweetest Skill. This is an air command grab that catches airborne and standing opponents. Use this follow-up against opponents who are expecting the medium follow-up and don't know the matchup. Charlotta can combo anywhere from Tutu Light or Medium with Far Medium or Close Medium. Off of Tutu Heavy, Charlotta can only combo in the corner with Close Medium. Charlotta's Skybound art is Brilliant Moon. Charlotta will go for an 11-hit dash attack that travels 3/4 of the screen. This is a typical combo ending and reversal super that does more damage off of close hits. Charlotta's super Skybound art is Noble Execution. Charlotta will first raise her sword, summoning a Pillar of Light. She will then slash forward and nearly cover the entire screen with a hitbox. The initial Pillar of Light is air unblockable. Close hits, grounded and airborne, will go into the cinematic and deal more damage. While Charlotta's game plan is to essentially rush down the opponent, she needs to carefully pick the right moments to strike with her gap closers. Her jumps especially lack the horizontal reach that most other characters have. Charlotta is dependent on her specials, but puts herself in good positions when she is blocked. After closing the distance, Charlotta can pressure the opponent with plus on block specials, tick throws, and fast falling jump approaches. Despite the size of her sword, Charlotta possesses some strong normals with good frame data and reach. Far Medium is a solid 7-frame mid attack that is useful for poking and comboing. This is the go-to normal to extend combos after 2-4 heavy. 2 Medium is 2 frames slower than Far Medium, but slightly advances Charlotta forward. This is another solid normal used to close the space and frame trap. Far Heavy has 24 startup frames, making it one of the slower normals in the game. The trade-off for its speed comes with exceptional range. When your opponent is cornered, this normal can be difficult to challenge due to its higher clash properties. 2U is a sweep attack that moves Charlotta forward. On hit or block, you can use Spot Dodge for a safe jump, or 2-4 Heavy to combo or extend pressure. Dash Medium is another low attack that is safe on block if spaced properly and a useful low check. Jump Medium is Charlotta's cross-up air normal, and Jump Heavy is her go-to jump-in normal with safe jumps. When approaching as Charlotta, don't immediately rely on charge 4/6 specials. Charlotta herself is already threatening while grounded due to her fast gap closers. Opponents may try to space themselves away and zone to keep Charlotta out. Try to close the gap with regular movement first before committing to a 4/6 special. Once you're around mid-screen range, the light, heavy, or ultimate versions of Charge 4/6 are non-committal engage specials that are safe on block. Even though Charlotta's jumps lack horizontal range, her fall speed is also faster than most characters. Charlotta can reaction check the opponent and jump in at random times to either open up the opponent or reset her pressure. When it comes to mid-screen grounded combos, Charlotta will always want to combo into 2-4 heavy and follow up with Far Medium. after far medium, there are 2 different enders that you can go for. End with Charge Force 6 specials for more corner carry and knockdown. Special cancel into 2-2 medium or heavy and go for a mix-up. When pressuring the opponent in the corner, Charge Force 6U becomes a threatening tool that can punish slow moves and forward movement. If you have the meter, you can cash out with the following sequence: Charge Force 6U into Charge Force 6U, and then 2-2U, close heavy, Raging Chain, close heavy, and 2-2 special ender. In the corner, Charlotta has an easier time enabling her mix-ups with 2-2 specials after an air tech. After Charge Force 6 heavy, use close light, then close medium, special cancel into 2-2 light, then use the light follow-up shortly after the opponent air techs. This attack leaves Charlotta +6 on block at best, and also acts as a safe jump. Use this setup to first gain respect from the opponent. Once your opponent starts to anticipate the light follow-up, you can either use the medium follow-up for a delayed overhead, or go for the low follow-up to combo with 2-2 heavy. Instead of immediately canceling into 2-2 light after close medium, with a close light, they go straight into 2-2 heavy and go for the command grab to catch opponents standing or fuzzy jumping. These mix-ups also work after certain hard knockdowns, but mainly with 2-2 heavy. The safe jump can be performed from forward and back throw, charge 2-8 ultimate, and 2U into spot dodge. While Charlotta does have fast gap closers, her actual normals and non-gap closing specials are fairly short range. She generally has a tough time dealing with zoning and far-reaching moves which intercept her fast movement options. And while Charlotta does have good mix-ups, there are still ways to be proactive on defense and punish her for using the same options continuously. Charge Force 6 can be an annoying move to deal with because of its speed and safe on block properties. Interrupting or challenging after this move is crucial for setting the pace of the match. All versions of Shining Onslaught can be challenged with an invincible reversal if done in neutral. If you are more confident in your reactions, you can try to grab her out of the move. This punish only works against the light, medium, and heavy versions. If Charlotta uses the light, heavy, or ultimate version on block, she is in range for most far mediums. Make sure to check her if she tries to extend her pressure with far light. If Charlotta uses the medium version on block, you can reliably punish her using dash light. All versions of Holy Ladder are punishable on block. If you block the first hit close, you can use the guard button to remain in place and punish with a close normal. Noble strategy can be difficult to deal with due to the mind games that punish defensive play. In general, it's safer to block low since it blocks or dodges 3 of the 4 follow-ups. If Charlotta uses the medium follow-up, there's a brief delay before she goes for the overhead. You can either block the overhead or use a DP or too heavy to punish. If she commits to the low option, she is -4 on block and is not punishable. Either use a reversal or grab her once she lands on the ground. If she uses the light version for the plus frames, you need to interrupt the attempt with either a too heavy or reversal. And if she whiffs a heavy command grab, you can punish her with a close normal. If Charlotta uses her Skybound art on Wake Up, dodge the move rather than block. Dodging after the super flash keeps you safe from the multi-hit property of the special and will keep her within close normal range. If Charlotta does use Sword of Lumiel on block, she will mainly use the light or heavy version since there isn't a gap to punish the special. If Charlotta tries to force the plus frames with the medium version, you can challenge her with a reversal. Some Charlotta players to watch are Saki, Zeus, and Zerom.